Now, look, I was not going to try to spin this and make it about the Miami Hurricanes. I promise I wasn't. I'm in the process of preparing for tonight's game, Miami versus Cal. It's kicking off in about 2 hours or so. But of course, I want to watch the end of Alabama versus Vandy if it looks like Vanderbilt might win. And you know what? They did. 40-35. I'm not even really here to talk about Alabama. Now, you guys can comment down below and we can laugh about how, they came back and they beat Georgia. They got the number 1 ranking. Now they lose to Vanderbilt. So, anyways, I'm more so making this about the Miami Hurricanes and how this helps Miami. Coop, what do you mean? How does this help Miami? Vanderbilt just beat the number 1 ranked team in the country. Miami beat Virginia Tech, a team that no one wanted to give credit for, and they played Vandy close. It had to go to overtime. Now, the better scenario here is that Virginia Tech had beaten Vanderbilt. So then, according to college football math, since Vanderbilt beat Alabama, that would mean then that since Miami beat Virginia Tech, that they also beat Alabama. But unfortunately, Virginia Tech did not beat Vandy, but they played them close. It's interesting because both of those teams, in my opinion, Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt, are better than what their records show. And that's my point. I want to say that since people wanted to discredit that Miami versus Virginia Tech win, Virginia Tech played that Vanderbilt team to overtime that just beat Alabama, and Miami beat that Virginia Tech team. So yes, this does look a little bit better for Miami, considering that we have a relatively soft schedule. Louisville lost. Louisville lost to SMU. I was like, okay, we will have at least 1 ranked team on our schedule this season. We're going to see what happens with Louisville after they lost to Rhett Lashley and the Mustangs. I picked y'all to win that game, and you freaking lost. But then, see, here's the thing. I'm not trying to say that Vanderbilt is this monster, and I'm not trying to say the same for Virginia Tech either. But going into that game, Virginia Tech's losses were to Vanderbilt, the team that just beat Bama, and to Rutgers, who also, look, not saying Rutgers is good, but they were undefeated as of last week. Now, they just lost today to Nebraska, I think, like 14-7, so it is what it is. But this college football season is wild. No one is safe. You just got that number 1 ranking, and then you lose to Vanderbilt. I know Tennessee is going to end up winning, let's be real, but they're losing right now to Arkansas. So everything, it continues to fall in place for Miami. The stars continue to align. And that's what I'm really trying to push here. All Miami needs to do is keep winning. Who cares if it's by 1 or by 100? Just win. I've already seen the posts and stuff on Twitter from Florida State fans, and they're taking out their regression. I understand what's going on. Let's get a check-in. Let me look. Florida State football. Now, to be fair, this is actually 17-7 is not that bad. It's about to be halftime, so maybe the problem was Doo-Doo DJ. I'm seeing Florida State fans take out their frustration on Twitter because they're saying, you know what? We beat that Cal team and we're not good. So props to Florida State. A lot of them are saying, hey, we're not a good football team. They're finally figuring it out. But they're saying since we beat that Cal team, if you don't beat them by at least 3 touchdowns, you're obviously not that good. Oh, so now, okay, I see how it is. Interesting. All we're worried about is the Miami Hurricanes continuing to win. Top-ranked teams continue to fall, and as long as Miami is winning, as long as Miami is taking care of business, we want to win big. Who doesn't want to win big? You don't want to have to squeak by, but I would rather squeak by and win than play a close game and lose. So no, there is no, if Miami's serious about being national championship contenders, they got to win by at least 3-4 touchdowns against Cal because Cal lost to Florida State and Florida State's not good. It don't work like that. Look at that. Alabama beat Georgia and then lost. it's so tough to read this 2024 season. Like, who is actually legit? Who can consistently win? Heck, I don't know. Maybe Miami. I don't know. We're not getting a big head. See, that's what's interesting. Most Canes fans are not taking the bait this season. Like, we're kind of sitting back and we're like, we're big chilling. We're fine. We're winning. We're doing our thing. You guys stay over there and we'll stay over here in our lane, doing our own thing. I love it. This has been a great season. So I just wanted to come on here and say, hey, shout out to Vandy. You took down the #1 ranked team in the country. You know, Virginia Tech played you close, and we beat the team that played you close. So it's absolutely a good look. Let's get this win tonight against Cal, and I'll see y'all here in just a little bit.